pay what he needed. And he's done $100 short of what they was actually doing. Well, the FBI got checking up on him. They found him making this money, and they carried him to jail. And then he asked for, they was finding quite a bit of money. And he'd done this for years. So he told me, he said, well, then I'll have to sit with them to refund all my money and turn it back into it. Come to find out, they was young, quite a sum. So they told him that they dropped the case, but in the future that he was to cash his Social Security check.
Did they give him all of his money back?
No.
Well, that figures.
They just wouldn't, they just didn't press the charges on him. Another old guy making silver dollars, well, he wasn't making silver dollars, but he's making it equal weight. Actually, his was a little more weight than the silver dollar was. He had a little old bitty thing of silver. So
The icing on your cake is good. What's that?
instead of making it into ingots, he just started pouring it out in silver dollars. And he had a good enough design on it that people would accept it. They found out, it didn't take them long to find out his was actually worth more than a silver dollar one.
Russell's mother bought us a VCR for Christmas, but I do not know what kind it is. How programmable and not we haven't even.
But likewise, the FBI caught him. Come to find out that, like I say, his silver was actually more weight than your silver, more weight.
What did you do?
She's been trying to beat Heather out. She started out doing real good, and now Heather's overcome.
Nice blouse.
See, look at her hands, though. She's enjoyed it tremendously.
Heather didn't know how to operate that thing, so I had to tell her. I had to show her. Yeah, irritated her so bad. I did 35, and I knew she'd never beat me. She'd come in and say, I did 39. So I stole them for 40. And I tried, and I couldn't keep my balance because I'd been eating too much.
Well, that's a good excuse.
And then she got on that thing and it went 51 times.
Well, yeah, let's see, 52.
51 times. I'm going to tell you what, Nancy.
I can get out there and do it one time, that'd be awesome.
Pogo stick.
They
They have holes that big in the ground out there.
She did it.
I got on it, but I couldn't go more than 3 times.
Nancy could do
Fall
it.
off.
I done do that.
Hi.
That's because your body's
I
out. I
want
want
to
to see you get on the pogo stick, and I want to videotape you while you're doing it.
This is Christmas 1988. We're all just sitting around having a great time. Daddy's
Counting
got money
daddy's
to burn.
millions. That's what we do for fun.
Counting calories by the thousand.
We don't count calories.
I don't count calories, you just inhale them.
We repent and we
Anything
pay
that
for
you eat
calories.
on Christmas,
Doesn't count.
New Year's, or Thanksgiving, your birthday, or an anniversary has no
Or
calories.
anytime you visit your mother.
And all in between.
Other people's birthdays. A good weekend, after work, anytime. Calories don't
There's
count.
no calories in ribeye steaks. There's no calories in shrimp or crab meat.
That's right.
There's no
The
calories in
reason
scallops.
I know turkeys ain't got calories in them, we used to run turkeys around chicken turkey.
Yeah,
When we run all the calories out of them.
yeah.
That's why there ain't no farts and collard greens, and log them out.
Russell and I said, well, we need to go on a diet this January. I mean, like every January for the last
But
20 years.
Russell on that pogo stick.
But,
I got better damn sense.
but you understand that
Where
it's
is them at?
I don't know how we're gonna manage to stay on it longer than about 3 days. Because after the 3 days on a diet, you know, you could eat the whole restaurant brick by brick.
That's true.
And or what side of the family?
They on, daddy's side of the family. You see,
I don't know about
Mary,
anything else, but they got the best.
Mary
cheeseburgers
Ward
on the
Davis
board.
was just Mary Ward, and Mary Jane Davis.
Yeah.
And then they had some children. So Grandma Melissa was one of their cousins.
Well, I tell you what, this is the thing, if you ever wanna get married, you gotta get way the hell out of North Florida.
Or South Georgia,
South
or South
Georgia.
Alabama.
You got to go all the way to Texas, where one of them that nobody could stand has been run out of Alabama and settled in Texas or somewhere like that. You know, this is strange, because we are related to everybody.
Well, did I ever tell you about the,
Hey,
branch of the family that they wrote Mom a letter, they're from out west, and they wrote Mom a letter wanting to know about relatives. They were tracing theirs back, and their relatives came from Wisconsin. So Mom said, yes, she knew about these people. Said the husband run off with the younger sister, and they were never wed. They run out west, so the whole branch of the family was illegitimate. And the lady never wrote back.
Well, that's like my first husband, Bill, had an aunt. His mother would tell me they had an aunt who was uppity. I mean, she had a little money, and all of the Gillinghams,
Gillingham.
the Hollingworths had been furriers in London, and they dealt in fine furs. And so it was a little bit. But anyway, she'd always, true, one of the relatives had been an earl, you know, and we come from nobility. We are blue blood, you know. And then she got to tracing and they'd run this blue blood out of England for horse thievery. She says, oh, I was once at the top of the ladder and now I'm at the foot.
I'm gonna go out in the yard so I
I
can
told
choose
Daddy
some
about
back.
tracing our lineage, you see, with those Indians, those indiscriminate Indians. If they
You
find
trace back
if
far
they
enough,
find
you'll
anything-
find
if they find
something that
anything-
you don't want to know.
yeah, if they find anything, they better shut up and die with it on their lips, because they don't want to hear it.
Now that one struck me as funny though, when the lady never wrote back to Mom after she went and sent her all the particulars about this guy that ran off with his wife's younger sister, and that never got divorced. He was never divorced. The whole family tree was illegitimate.
I certainly don't blame her. She
You know
probably
how many
thought
Heather's
that
up
was
to now?
a crackpot.
Jeannie said 51.
She probably burned that letter and has carried on a wonderful story about how they were pioneering